So I'm guessing by now most of you have checked out my Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 72 review, which if you haven't, it's on the channel right now. And if you're new here, definitely check that out and give me your thoughts, of course, on the chapter. But we have two things to talk about here on this video. Not one, but two. The first one is Goku's technique that he could have used, that he maybe will use, but I don't know if he will. We'll find out. In the Granolah Arc, that would have changed everything. That would change the entire landscape of the arc and this entire plot. And second of all, something that I didn't even notice. Both of these things have this in common. When I first read the manga chapter, I did not notice them. So we're going to be talking about that here on this video, as well as tomorrow here on Geekdom 101 at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll be doing a live stream talking about the manga chapter. So if you're around, please stop by and join us in the chat. We'll be with the members in the Discord. If you want to join the Discord, it's tier 2. Just click the join button down below, the blue button, and then become a member. And then you'll have instructions in the community tab on how to do that. Okay, that'll be tomorrow here on this channel. People will be able to talk to me. You can actually join me live on the stream if you want to talk about this chapter. But for now, let's discuss this. So, in the manga chapter that came out yesterday, the Heeters were on Earth, and they were discussing the fact that the Dragon Balls, they were going to gather up the Dragon Balls, but they were ordinary rocks, because presumably the wish had been made. Now, I thought they were talking about the Earth Balls being used in Dragon Ball Super Broly, but that's not the case, because Toyotaro may have forgotten something very, very important. And by the way, we're going to get to the Goku thing here in a minute, but I want to get this out of the way first. Like I said, two different points here. First one, DBS Chronicles talks about this here on Twitter. He says, chapter 59, page 16, he says, Gohan is indeed talking about Earth's Dragon Balls, but Toyo forgot about them not using balls. I think we might get an answer in the extra pages of the upcoming manga volumes. Maybe somebody used the Dragon Balls off screen. So, the Dragon Balls were used, the Earth Dragon Balls were not used, but they were ready to be used in the Moro Arc. But suddenly now in the Granolah Arc, they're not used anymore. So that means that either somebody used them or Toyotaro literally forgot. He forgot that he had written this line. Because right here, if we take a closer look, we've already gathered up the Earth's Dragon Balls. They're at Dende's place. That means we can always put everything back to normal. It's right there on the screen. Sure thing. Go all out and don't worry about the Earth. You guys back off some more. So Gohan pretty much says we've got the Dragon Balls. They're ready to go, which means they were glowing. That means they were active. But suddenly they don't work in the Granolah Arc. Now again, an unspecified amount of time did pass, so we don't know who used those balls. So that's one big mystery. That is one big mystery about manga chapter 71 is, did somebody use the Dragon Balls, or did Toyotaro just forget? Did he just forget they weren't even used? Remember, in the Moro Arc, the Namekian balls were used, not these. So that's something to think about. And the second thing I want to address today is a tweet from my good friend MJ. And he talks about, and he's right about this, because not only did Goku forget about this, but I forgot about it. He writes, Goku's technique, good thing Goku doesn't remember the one useful ability he pulled off on Namek, otherwise their plan would have been fucked. What he's talking about is the fact that Goku on planet Namek, which right here, what's going on in case you missed it, is the Heeters were on Earth. The Heeters talking about like, hey, come help eliminate this problem with Granolah. But here's the problem. Here's the issue here. Goku, if he remembered what he did on planet Namek, which is reading people's minds, which he did to Gohan and to Krillin, if he had remembered that, then none of this would have even happened. This whole thing, Goku would have been able to read the Heeters' minds, and he would have been able to quickly, like that, figure out that they're not nice people. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not going to sit here and call this a plot hole, even though I guess it's not really a plot hole. Maybe Goku forgot, or maybe he just didn't think of it. But the truth is that Goku should have remembered this, because it's important. Because being able to read minds, you can overcome people. And we also know that in the movie Dragon Ball Super Broly, Goku kind of sensed that Broly was not an evil guy. Remember, Goku could sit there and sense it, right, with the God Bind technique. So Goku either the Heeters are really good at hiding their sinister side, or Goku just didn't do it. Now, again, I'm not saying it's a plot hole or anything like that, even though it might be. I'll leave that up to you. Let me know in the comments if it's a plot hole. What do you think? Let me know. But the truth is that Goku has had the ability to read minds since the Namek saga, since the Frieza saga, and we've never seen him do it except for that one time. In fact, let me head over and explain that to y'all. I have not done a technique guide on this yet, but retrocognition is what it's called. This is a post from Derek Padula over at the Tao of Dragon Ball. And Derek writes, Son Goku uses retrocognition to read Krillin's mind after he arrives on planet Namek. Retrocognition is one of the 6 supernormal powers associated with Buddhist and Taoist sages that allows them to see and understand past events in the blink of an eye. So Goku, and if you remember Dragon Ball Z, both the anime and the manga, and there's the images right there, Goku can just put his hand on your forehead and read your thoughts and remember the past. Read your thoughts as far as memories, right? So if Goku had gone up to you know, any of the Heeters and put his hand on their head and said, hey, well, let me read your thoughts so I can get more information, he would have found out like that Granolah is actually not evil. He would have known the truth about the manipulation tactics of the Heeters. Now, again, Goku may not have cared because he wants to fight strong enemies. Who knows? I don't know. But Dragon Ball Chapter 279, it's right there in the manga. Goku has been able to read minds since then. And it says right here at the bottom, the power of knowing fates is assuming tongue. 6 supernatural powers is Yishin Tong. And then divine power of the Buddhist law is Fofu no Shen. So it's something that Goku's been able to do, but we've never seen him do it since the Frieza saga. So let me know in the comments if you even remember this. I'm hoping that you do. And let me know if, I don't know, just your thoughts on not just this point, but the previous point about Gohan and the Dragon Balls being used on Earth. Anyways, tomorrow on the channel, stream, 5 o'clock, be here. My first stream of 2021. It's already mid-April, almost the end of April, and I have not done a stream yet this year. So make sure you stop by and join us, and we're going to have a good time. We're going to look at the manga chapter again and preview next month's chapter featuring the battle with Granolah, or at least the first fight with Granolah. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.